like when it comes to clothes, as Palo and Candace highlighted, I remember there were times where I would try to wear a dress, but I just didn't like wearing dresses because the few times that I wore, because my gran and my mom were pretty masculine as well. There's no one at home that was a lady, so dresses just weren't a thing at home until my gran started gaining weight, and then she felt like she needed to wear dresses because she can't wear pants or whatever. But my mom also didn't wear dresses much, so so that was the norm for me. Like that was the norm. So then the few times that I wore dresses, people would say something like, "Oh, you don't even have a shape." So then obviously I internalized that, and I didn't like wearing dresses to a point where I was really uncomfortable with that. But then not wearing dresses led to people being like, "Oh, you're such a boy." So now it's like things are spiraling out of control, and what started this whole thing was someone saying something that they shouldn't have said. And like I always felt that I was too skinny to wear shorts. So like I would obviously wear shorts as a kid, but when I started choosing my own clothes, never ever wore shorts. Well, not outside the house until like second year in 2014. I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna wear shorts. Just thought, okay, I'm in varsity, I'm now around family members, like let me wear shorts for the first time, like outside, or even go out in shorts. Like I didn't wear shorts throughout of primary school, didn't wear shorts in high school, only in second year in 2014. And like I still don't even wear them that much now, but I know that I'm more comfortable with doing so than I was before because of like all the weird comments that people would say.
Okay, body image. I grew up a very small child, like kid, really thin. I know I was thin, awkward and tall. So I remember I used to be made fun of all the time, like, oh, net AIDS, because back then the image of a person who has AIDS was really thin. So I started growing into my body like literally in grade 10. That's when I started feeling comfortable because I was always so insecure about how I look, and the fact that I was so thin, and the right image and what boys like was being thick and having the big boobs, and then yeah, I just grew into my body and started appreciating it. But there's still some few things that I'm off about, like obviously stretch marks, and I gain and lose weight, but people don't notice because I'm how small I am. But when you know your body weight, you notice when you are thinner and bigger, even though people are like, oh, you don't need to lose weight, but you notice your image and your body.
Cool. So I started like developing boobs like maybe like late grade 11, which is like really late, right? So, and also everyone started having their periods like in grade 9. I remember in grade 10 I was in maths class, and a friend of mine was talking about periods, like, have you started your periods? So I like lied, and I was like, yeah. And I really genuinely started my period at the end of grade 11, just after like my boobs started coming. So it showed me like, for me, I thought something was wrong, and I started like reading about like just like gender and like does it happen that maybe like you're a woman but like you don't grow boobs, you don't go in your period. So I had like a lot of like gender like issues, like even going into like my first year, like I don't know, I just always I started reading those things from grade 11 just to like try to understand. Even when the boobs were there, it was like still a thing for me, but like why did I develop things so late? Does that mean something? To the point where I started just faking shit. Like I just started lying about stuff. Like yeah, I started my period, yeah, got my always ultras, they're there in my room. Like that wasn't there. Very late grade 11, whoever the friend is, I'm sorry you had to find out like this. Like yeah, I started my period late grade 11, wasn't grade 9 when I told you in maths class. That was a lie. Yeah, but it wasn't a fun time, because now you start questioning like, am I really a woman? Where are the boobs? You know, everyone has boobs, everyone's on their period, and you're just like there. And then also like sexuality things, now you're like, and I'm attracted to women, does this mean like I'm low-key, like I don't know. I was like reading a whole lot of things, and that caused a lot of like insecurities growing up.
And then it's like you go visit family, and you're already this kid who's questioning so much about yourself, things that you shouldn't be worried about. And as Candace was saying, people are constantly pointing things out. Like I remember the one time, actually this happened when I was older. I was in varsity, I was in first year, and my aunt was like, you mustn't get fat because your bum like is shaped at the like imilele zanzi, and I was like, what, like, and you know, at the same time, when you're really insecure about being skinny, you get really excited when someone says you've gained weight. But then the way that she gave that compliment, now I'm insecure about how my bum is shaped. So I was like, and then that messed me up for a while. And just in general, like being what people think is masculine, and being in like a space where you're around family, and there's just always adults who want to say weird things to kids. I don't understand what they get from it. I don't know if they didn't experience that as a kid. I don't know if it's payback. I'm very confused, but I know that growing up there were always adults who had something to say about how masculine I was, or how everyone else is feminine, and I'm gonna be a lesbian, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be this. I don't even know why sensible adults would use sexuality as an insult or whatever. But yeah, like when you're 9 years old and someone says to you, you're gonna be a lesbian, and you live in a homophobic world, and all you know about sexuality is that being a lesbian or being gay is wrong and you're gonna go to hell, you're gonna go through a lot of things as a 10-year-old. Like, emotionally, that was not great. And like, I look at those family members today and I'm like, I don't understand why you think that things should be normal between us. Because for me, like, that hurt led to a lot of hurt, like, that came from me being insecure about my general disposition or like who I was. And that led to a lot of things that I didn't have to experience in life. So now it's like, I don't get it when people say, I don't know what I did to so-and-so, I don't know why they don't like me, when you've known this person for your whole life, and there was definitely a point where they said something that made you feel off.
I'm a girly girl now, and I've always liked the dresses and skirts and heels, but growing up I never felt like I could wear those because it would show like my small legs or my small arms. Then I would feel like people would notice and then obviously make fun of me, and with the whole AIDS thing, which no one wants to be called, like, even if you know you don't have it, but you just don't want to be put in that category. Like, there's nothing wrong with having AIDS. I'm not trying to, but it's just
as a kid,
yeah, you made to feel like it's a shameful thing. But then growing up I used to wear jeans, long pants, anything that would cover me up, hoodies, and that's where I got the title of e-tomboy. But that was not me. I knew that I wanted to wear a dress like all the other kids, but because of body shaming, this drove me to be a tomboy, because now I have to cover up and wear boy clothes and stuff.
So yeah, like I tend to wear, I won't say I used to, I'll say I still do wear a lot of like baggy clothing, or just clothes that make me feel, you know, like I'm not overexposed, because yeah, it just feels safer. You know, I have less comments to deal with, and yeah, it's just like a cloak of protection, I guess. Thanks for watching WeTheNet. Please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends about it, chat to us about your experiences with, you know, body image and all.